Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you all about hair retention. I'm going to talk to you about what I plan on doing to retain length this year. And I'm also going to do a length check for you. I'm going to do 2 length checks this year. It's going to be one now, and then I'm going to do one at the end of the year so we can all see what the progress has been in my hair. Alright, so let's get on with the video. Okay, so first things first. Hair retention is when you do all the necessary things that you need to do to grow your hair out and you want to retain the length that you just grew. And there are some key things that you could do, should do, and what I'm going to do to make sure that I am retaining the length. And I'm also going to build volume in my hair also this year. So I'm going for thickness and I'm going for hair length. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that I'm going to do and some things that you can do also to retain the length of your hair. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is have patience. This hair growing thing, you need some patience, okay? Like, you need serious patience. Growing your hair is like watching paint dry. It is nerve-wracking, it is irritating, and you can lose your patience, okay? You can like really lose your patience. I've seen or heard about some people, some naturals, grew their hair to a certain length and then they just hated that length and they just chopped it off, you know, and you really can't see hair retention when you cut your hair, right? So patience, people. You must have patience in order to see hair grow, okay? Trust me, your hair is growing. Just have a little bit of patience. The second thing that you want to do is you want to have a good hair regimen, a consistent good hair regimen. You want to be moisturizing your hair. You want to keep your hands out of your hair as much as possible. You know, you want to make sure that you're shampooing your hair with a non-sulfate shampoo at least once a month to clarify your scalp, to keep your hair growing, okay? So you got to have a good hair regimen. And I have some hair regimens on my channel that you can go and check out, and maybe they can help you out. And I'm going to be revamping my regimen. Actually, I have already revamped my regimen. If you watched my previous video, you will see some of the things that I do with hot oil treatments and deep conditioning. My weekly deep conditioning and hot oil treatment routine. Go check it out and you can kind of like gauge as to what my hair routine is, my hair regimen is. The next thing you want to remember is you must do low to no manipulation on your hair. Like no to low. Like no to low manipulation with your hair. That's touching your hair all the time. That's retwisting it every night. That's co-washing every 2-3 days. You just got to keep your hands out of your hair. Because the more you put your hands in your hair, the more you're going to be pulling and tugging, and it's just going to get weaker and brittle, and you just don't want that, okay? So you want to keep your hands out of your hair, and you want to have low to no manipulation with your hair. My hair is out like this now because I am going to do a length check at the end of this video. After that, literally, I am going to go put my hair up in a protective style. The next thing you want to remember, the next thing that you want to also remember is okay, so I understand that trimming your hair is really good for your hair because it gets off all the dead ends and everything that has been done to your hair, stripping the ends. Considering that the ends is the weakest part of your hair, I can understand that you want to trim them off. However, you're not going to see length retention by trimming your ends every 6 weeks. If you just have to trim your ends, I literally would probably trim them twice a year. That's it, just twice a year. But just remember, when you're doing low to no manipulation in your hair, you're really not going to have to trim your hair because you're not doing any damage to your hair. You're not stripping and breaking your hair, putting your fingers in your hair. So you're really not going to have that much damage on the ends of your hair that's going to cause you to want to always trim them off. Now, however, if you're noticing that it's shabby and it's dry, I personally wouldn't cut them off just yet. I would just try to babysit it a little bit and add some more moisture to the ends of my hair. That seems to do the trick as far as sealing in those ends and keeping the split ends down to a minimum. Now, the next thing you want to remember is you must be moisturizing your hair, ladies. You must be moisturizing your hair. Maximum moisture. Moisture is like gold, like the heavens to your hair, okay? Like moisture is what you need. It's like when you water a plant, you water it with water. You know, moisture is just water. Water, and trust me, oil is not moisture, you guys, okay? I don't want anybody to think if you're spritzing your hair with oil all the time, you're moisturizing your hair. No. Moisturizing your hair is water, okay? Water. Spritzing a light mist of spray water on your hair. That is moisturizing your hair. And then when you add the extra conditioners and things like that in your hair, that's maximum moisture. And then of course the lock method, where you're doing the leave-in, the oil, and a cream to your hair. That is going to seal in that moisture in your hair, and you're going to be retaining that moisture in your hair. And like a plant, you know, the more when you water a plant, it grows, right? It slowly grows, but you do see the growth. And that's because you're watering that plant. So just remember, you gotta water your hair strands. You gotta water your hair strands. Keep it moisturized and not drenched with moisture, but just moisturized. You can always tell when your hair is moisturized because it won't be dead, it won't be limp, it won't be dry, it won't be brittle. It'll be supple, it'll be juicy, it'll be shiny, and your curls will be a little bit tighter because the more moisturized your hair is, the more curlier and tighter your curl pattern is. Okay, so just remember that. So for all you girls out there that's having a problem with shrinkage, don't trip. Shrinkage is good. Shrinkage is saying you have moisture in your hair. Okay, so it's kind of like when you have a sponge, right, and then you soak that sponge up, it seems like it just swells, and when your hair swells, it's going to shrink up. Okay, so just think about it like that. Moisture is good, girl. Moisture is what you want. Moisture is going to add to the whole hair regimen of retaining length in your hair. The next thing that you can do to retain, well, to get length, and this is going to help you retain the length because you're getting length, is hot oil treatments. Your hair loves hot oil treatments, and I like to use Jamaican black castor oil because it is a hair growth stimulant. I also like to use avocado oil because it is an antioxidant, so my hair is just getting so much nutrients. The avocado oil is stripping out the antioxidants in my hair, and the Jamaican black castor oil is stimulating hair growth, along with massaging your hair every night, or at least once a week. You want to be massaging your hair, your scalp, should I say. You want to be massaging your scalp, bringing the blood flow to your scalp, which is going to cause your hair to grow. Okay, keep that in mind. Hot oil treatments are good for your hair. Okay, Jamaican black castor oil, to me, is like the best one that you can use because it is known, like it is proven and known to be a hair growth stimulant. Okay, so you want some Jamaican black castor oil in your life. Now, another thing that you can do, this is for hair growth. Some people are not into supplements. Me, I am. I like a vitamin. I like a good multivitamin. You know what I'm saying? And if they have a little biotin in there, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up with vitamins with biotin in it. So you definitely want to take a vitamin, and that's going to aid your hair growth, and it's going to, well, it's going to add to your hair growth. Okay, it's going to help your hair growth and just the natural healthiness of your hair. Vitamins are really good, especially if you don't eat a healthy, balanced diet. The vitamins will give you the nutrients that you need for a healthier hair. Okay, so if you're not into vitamins, I get it. Me, I'm into vitamins. I like a multivitamin. Biotin by itself can be a little tricky. Those who have sensitive skin like me, biotin by itself can be a little damaging to your skin. For some reason, it makes me break out, but when I add a multivitamin to it, it doesn't. I don't break out when I add a multivitamin when I am taking biotin. So again, you can go that route and take a supplement also, because I am. Now, another thing that you want to do, that we all should be doing, and I do this quite a lot, like a lot. You must be drinking water. A lot of water. Water is so good for your hair, your skin, and your nails. Like I said, it is a natural hair growth stimulant. Water is a natural hair growth stimulant. It is a natural moisturizer. It hydrates your skin, it hydrates your hair. You cannot go wrong with water. So you make sure you're drinking water. I personally drink about 8 to 10 of the 16-ounce bottles of water each day. I add alkaline drops to my water also, or you can just drink alkaline water. Alkaline is really, really good. It balances the pH levels in your body, and sometimes the pH levels in your body, if they're not balanced properly, it can cause your hair and your nails to be dry and brittle, which causes breakage, which is not helping your hair retention, right? So water, drink lots of water, and if you can add alkaline in there, go for it. So another thing that I'm definitely going to be doing this year is protective styles. And when I say protective styles, I'm not talking about braids, I'm not talking about wigs, and I'm not talking about weaves, which I have no problem with any of those things. I have zero problem with any of them. The only thing that it's just not good for my hair, like I noticed, because my hair is fine and I don't have a whole lot of hair strands, it tends to just be too heavy. It's just too heavy, like braids and weaves is just too heavy on my hair strands. So I'm not going to be doing those type of protective styles. The protective styles that I'm going to be doing are flat twist, tuck and twist, updos. I'm going to try to stay away from high ponytails because that can cause your hair to break if you're doing it too rough, too tight, and it can also snatch your edges back if you're pulling it too tight, right? So you want to make sure you putting that Jamaican black castor oil on your edges if you are going to be pulling your hair up into a high ponytail when you are doing your protective styles. Okay, so just remember that there's nothing wrong with high ponytails. Just be real loose with them, and you want to add some type of Jamaican black castor oil to the edges, and trust me, you will keep those edges intact if that's the protective style that you want to go with. Me personally, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of twists, and tucks. I'm really not going to be seeing the length of my hair too much, except for once a week when I do my hair regimen. And last but not least, you definitely want to have a healthy diet. Just remember, the things that you put on the inside of your body is going to definitely come out in your skin, it's going to come out in your nails, and it's most definitely going to come out in your hair. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're eating your protein. Now, whatever kind of protein that you eat, you don't have to eat meat. Okay, there are vegetables that are protein, there's fruit that is protein, so there are protein shakes. Just make sure that you're keeping your protein up in your body, because protein, we're pretty much made of protein and water. We need protein and water in order for our bodies to thrive. So just remember, you want to keep that protein and you want to keep water in your system. Without protein, your hair is going to be dry, it's going to be brittle, it's going to break. You will see it in your nails, you will see it in your skin. Trust me, I tried to go on the straight vegetarian diet and my hair suffered. Like my hair and my nails suffered so bad. But as soon as I added that protein back to my life, my hair popped back into flourishing and it was awesome. Okay, so a healthy diet. And if you can't get the healthy diet but with food, go with the supplements, go with vitamins, they work. Just remember, you can use all of those tips that I just gave you for retaining length of your hair. So now I'm going to go into the second part of this video and I am going to do a length check for you. And like I said, this is going to be a length check. This is going to be one or two length checks. I'm going to do one length check now and I'm going to do another length check at the end of the year. In December, okay, of this year, and then so that way we can see the progress of my hair. So stay tuned for the length check. I'll be right back. All right, so let's get started with this length check. So I'm going to do the back, the left side, right side, top, and the front. Okay, so let's get started with this length check. I'm so excited because the last time I did a length check was probably shoot, I don't know, maybe about 7, 8, 9 months ago. My hair did stop growing for a minute there, but it's back to growing. It's back to growing. So I'm so excited to see what my progress is so far. And I'm going to be super excited to see what my progress is at the end of the year. So let's get started. I have a mirror right here in front of me so I can gauge where I am, so I can be accurate on what I'm telling you. So, okay, so this is a regular measuring tape. Okay, I got this from Walmart for about, I don't know, maybe $4 or $5. It wasn't expensive at all. And I like these type because they're flimsy and you know it kind of like moves with your hair or whatever. So I think this is very accurate. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this and let's get started. So I'm gonna take this chunk. It is a good chunk. And I'm gonna start it right there. Can you see that? Okay. 14 inches. Okay. Oh. Oh. 14 inches on this side. To the side here. I don't want you to think I'm cheating you. There you go. And that side is 13.5 inches. All I'm doing is putting it straight up on my scalp and I'm bringing it and pulling my hair down the ends of, pulling my hair down the length of, all I'm doing is pulling my hair down the length of the measuring tape. And there it is. This side is 14 inches. Is 14 inches. One side of my hair is growing longer than the other side by ½ an inch. All of this to be there. Here we go. Okay. 14 inches. It's 14 inches. Wow. I'm excited. Super excited. And so I'm just going to take pieces, since this is a piece. right there on the scalp. And bring it down. Hold on. Okay. All right. It looks like it is 13.5 inches. Wow. Interesting. I think the last time I did that, it was 10 inches. So there it is. There's my hair. It's about between 13.5 and 14 inches long. I'm excited. My hair is growing. Let's see if I can get 6 more inches by the end of the year. That would make it 21 inches. And let's see what 21 inches stretch look like. I just want to see. From the back, 21 inches. Ooh. 21 inches stretched in the back. Let me show you. It's about right here. 21 inches in the back is this length. And right now my hair is right there. So from here to here. Let's see. I'm excited. Well, there you have it, all about length retention and what I'm going to do this year and what you can definitely do this year to retain length in your hair, to make sure your hair is growing at the rate that it should be growing. Your hair normally grows about 1/2 inch a month, so I'm on track to do 6 inches this year. So let's see how it goes. My hair has been growing rapidly over the last 2 years, and so I'm excited to see where my hair is going to go. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on. I'm trying to get some fullness too to my hair. I know it look kind of full now, but if I was to pull it tight, you would see I got it real fluffed out. Like it's really fluffed out, like a lot. Okay, my hair is fluffed out a lot, but I like it fluffy like this. I'm starting to do different products. I'm not layering so many products on my hair now when it's time to style, and I'm noticing that I am getting a lot of volume with my hair by not layering so many products on my hair, and I'm glad I learned that. And it's all about knowing your hair. It's all about knowing what your hair does, what your hair like, what your hair don't like, you know. And also, you always want to do your hair when you're in a good mood, when you're in a happy mood. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you will not miss any video that I put up. And go ahead and have a good day. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Talk to you later. Bye.